So it might have taken the entirety of the beta period of the game, but I think I've made Leicester good. I think we're finally good. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Leicester save. It's episode number 7 today, and as I kind of mentioned in the intro there, it's taken this whole entire beta period to turn Leicester into a semi-decent team. We've been so hit and miss, right? This whole entire series so far. We've won a couple of games, then we've lost pretty heavily, then we've won a couple, then we've lost pretty heavily. It's been really up and down and really quite frustrating, really. To be honest, I couldn't wait to finish the save and move on to the main save. But now, after playing a little bit off camera in the past couple of days, I think finally we're really good. And now I want to go and carry on playing this save. So what I think we'll do, just to let you into the inner circle here a little bit, is I think we're going to finish off the Leicester save here on YouTube. Whether that will be till the end of the season, whether that'll be one more season after that, I guess that'll be kind of up to you guys. What do you want to see? But we'll finish it on YouTube and then we'll start the stream save over on Twitch, which I'm talking very generally here. If you have no idea, if you've never watched me on Twitch, then come over. It's a good time. You should come and watch over there too. But we're going to do a new save over there. We're going to do Hertha Brazil, which if you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But if you want to come and join us, it's twitch.tv/Clayts. Anyway, Leicester, that's what we were talking about today, weren't we? Today, I'm going to do the deadline day in January because we have played a fair bit more of the save. And as I mentioned, to show you the results, we've actually started to be really, really good. It all started in the game after that Man U FC game, which we did play in the last episode. We lost 4-2 in that game. We didn't play very well. But in the next game, I didn't even change anything. We used that same system, that strange 4-2-1-3, which I've actually released as a tactic because I do believe it's really, really good. There is a video all about it, but it just wasn't very good with Leicester. I think because I tried to sell all of our players and they were so unhappy that they just weren't playing well. It's finally clicked though. We beat Chelsea 8-1. 8-1. Yeah, I don't really know either. It was the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg at home. We beat them 8-1. Jamie Vardy scored 4. Wesley Fofana, centre-back Wesley Fofana, by the way, scored a hat-trick. And Dan Axel-Du also scored. Those set pieces coming in clutch. There's also a video all about those, which I'll link in here if I remember, because that's also on the channel. They work. 3 headers from Fofana, 1 from Zagadou, and then 4 goals from Vardy. 8-1. I couldn't quite believe it myself. We then backed it up with a win against Bolton 3-0. That was in the FA Cup. They're in a couple of leagues below, so we were expected to win that one. We did lose to Chelsea 4-1, but I completely changed the team here, so this is why. We'd already... What did we win the tie? 9-5 overall, so still pretty comfortable, right? We've made a Carabao Cup final where we're going to play Leeds in that. That's in a couple of... Well, it's in about a month, just over a month away. Then, since then, we have played 4 Premier League games. We won 5-0. Patson Daka scored 5. Yep, that's right. He scored 5 goals. We beat Leeds 3-0, which was very comfortable. Belotti got a couple of goals very early in that game. We beat Brighton 5-3. Defending is optional. Adeyemi scored a hat-trick. Yes, I've made some signings. I will show you those signings in a second. And then also we've got deadline day today, so there may well be some more signings if any fun things do pop up. We did draw to Norwich in the most recent game. Which, is that concerning? Possibly. We were 2-0 up here. Again, 2 headers, look. Fofana and Zagadou. Todd Cantwell scored twice to make it 2-2. Maybe a little bit concerning. Look how many yellow cards we had as well, by the way. Loads. But I'm hoping we bounce back in the next game against Chelsea. Whether we get to do that in today's episode or not, I'm not quite sure, because we've got this deadline day. I feel like that might take up most of the episode. But then next episode, as I mentioned, we're going to finish this save here on YouTube. So next episode, we'll have a live com for sure. But it's deadline day because it is the transfer window, meaning we have made some signings and I've been busy. Alexander Isak finally has left Sociedad and he's signed for Newcastle. So after all of that stress on deadline day, you know, trying to sell everybody, I tried to sell Maddison. I got Harvey Barnes to leave to go to Manchester United for £2.5 million. All of that stress to try and get Isak. He's gone to Newcastle. They bought him for £60 million. The worst thing about this was, in this January window, I offered him a contract. They accepted a bid He rejected us, though, to go to Newcastle. I mean, he's played twice and not scored yet. So maybe we've dodged a bullet. I was disappointed, though. There was like the whole save was trying to get him in, wasn't it? I've made other signings, though. Don't worry about it. The other signings I've made, by the way, I think are pretty good. So in the window so far, I have bought Moussa Niakarte, who is another centre-back, who was also brilliant, I think. Left-footed, very tall, very fast. Will score from set pieces, which is exactly what you need, really, in FM22, it seems to be. Same for FM21, to be honest. Niakarte's come in. We bought him for, what, 8 million? Yeah, £8.2 million. He started pretty well. He's had an assist and played pretty well in his 3 games so far. The big money signing is Karim Ademi, a 20-year-old, bit of a future star, I think, this one. He's fast. He's left-footed, so he can play on that left-hand side of the striking front 3 that we use. And he started pretty well. He's got 3 and 3. He got a hat-trick in one of our games. 7.87, of course. He's only going to get better as well. So I thought, you know what? He's a fun striker to bring in. We've also brought in another former Salzburg player. He used to play for Salzburg as well, didn't he? Szoboszlai. He's in on loan. I can't believe they've let us loan him for we're paying 32,000 a week for him. He's so good. I love Dominik Szoboszlai. I'd love to sign him permanently, but I'm not sure it's going to happen because they do want quite a lot of money for him. And then the final one, I don't know what you're going to think of this one. I've signed Jesse Lingard. Now, right, bear with me on this, right? I know he's 29, but we needed a player that can cover Madison when he's out injured, which seems to be a lot. I think we've seen already, right, that the fatigue from the gegenpress is a thing. Jesse Lingard looks really good. He's only 29. The off-the-ball attributes there, work rate, pace is still decent, great natural fitness, stamina. I think he's a very useful player to have, and he's made a very, very low-key start for the 6 million we spent on him. 6.5 in his 2 games so far. Of course, though, with this being me, there are also some sales that we've made. I have sold or let these players all leave. The big one, the main one, is that James Justin has gone to Newcastle. Now, I like James Justin, and I don't know whether this was the right decision, but they spent 36 million on him, and it allowed me to go and buy, like, Adeyemi. So he's left. He really wanted to go. As soon as they bid, he was like, let me leave. So I've said yes. He's back from his injury. He played a few games for us, right? 4 games for us, 1 assist. I just thought, you know, 34.5 million, not 36, sorry. I thought, you know what, that's too much to turn down. And he's gone. I've sold him. So it does leave us, though, on deadline day with how much money do we have to spend? We have got £0 in terms of transfer budget to go spend on deadline day. We probably won't be bringing anybody in, will we? Unless there's maybe some loans to bring in, maybe some free transfers in the future. I'm not quite sure, but we're going to click through deadline day. We're going to see where everything is. We're going to see what we can do for the rest of this season. So basically, if we get any money in, we might go shopping. We might go and look for somebody. What type of player do I want? I'm not really sure, but I am very, very aware that I do want backup players because of this gegenpress system that we are still playing. We're still pretty high tempo as we play the 4-1-2. The 4-2-1-3, sorry. So, yeah, we'll have a look at some of these rumours that are coming in. These players have been offered to us, the likes of Tapia and Barrios. Tapia, by the way, is actually pretty good. I really like him. 26 years old, Peruvian. I quite like him. Monthly staff meeting, which I'm not going to go to. We've got a few players who are attracting interest. By the way, one to watch out for, which I'm really hoping doesn't happen, is Yuri Tielemans is being linked with Manchester United. We gave him that new contract at the start of the save. If you're in the Champions League, which Manchester United are, you can buy him for £76 million. I would be really disappointed if someone bids that for him because he'll probably want to go as well to go and play Champions League football. 12 hours remaining. Will this Soyuncu deal get done? Will it allow us to bring anybody in? I've got a feeling that the longer this goes on, the less likely it is to happen. Oh, right. Stop talking. You're talking rubbish, Clayts, because it's done. We're going to have 8 million added to our transfer budget. Kaglar Soyuncu is going to go and join Ajax. Now, I don't mind Soyuncu. I've never really had a good experience of using him in FM. I know he fits the bill, right? He's fairly quick. He's tall. He should win headers. I just don't really like him in FM, even though I don't mind him in real life. So we're going to sell him to Ajax, and let's have a look at the tactics. Let's have a look at the system. If I just do a pick best 11, right? Let's do pick without restriction, pick best 11. This is what the team should look like with the best 11 in there. If I take Iheanacho out, maybe for Adeyemi, something like this, it would maybe suggest, I think, maybe either a midfielder or maybe a right back bit of cover. We sold Justin. Is there anybody out there that we should be looking to try and bring in on this deadline day? All right, I've had an idea. I want to see if we can sign James Ward-Prowse. Now, I don't think this is going to be possible, but that's what I want to do now. I've changed my mind. They would accept a bid of 77 million. That's quite a lot. We've got about 10 million to spend, 8 million to spend. What's the... Right, 0 transfer budget. Right, that's not been added yet, has it? So I'm going to try and offer them 55 million pounds here and see what happens. They want... Right, okay. James Ward-Prowse is not going to happen, everybody. They want 189 million pounds for him. It was a good idea. I don't think it's going to happen for us, though, is it? The other players on there, I've had a look at Tapsoba. They want about 100 million for him as well. And I don't really fancy any of the other players. So let's see who's transfer listed. Is there anyone that would be easy to bring in? I think these are players that are having their contract expired. Any transfer listed players here? Akinfenwa is transfer listed. I don't think we're going to bring him in, though. Brun Larson, I don't mind him as a player. Ross Barkley, Isco, Guilavogui, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I mean, none of them are really taking my fancy there, are they? I've just seen on deadline day that we've been offered Eduardo Camavinga. Now, I did say that those midfield spots would be the ones that I might want to bring players in for. We've been offered him for around about 20 million. We've not quite got 20 million, but we will have about, what, 10 million up front? Let's offer 10 up front and a few future things as well. I reckon a deal for Eduardo Camavinga could be a really good one. It's very, very forward thinking, isn't it, if we manage to get him in? Let's see. If we give you like, what, 30 mil? But spread it over the course of about, what, 50 games and in about 12 months. 40% of profit. Do you know what? I'm going to put a bid in on transfer deadline day for Eduardo Camavinga. I feel like that would be a good bit of business there. Soyuncu has signed for Ajax then, as you can see. Kasper Schmeichel's not very happy with that. They've accepted the £20 million bid. Now, 10 million up front. Is that enough? We've got 7. If I make that 11, that should do it, right? We've got 100k to spend on wages as well. He wants 45k. Squad player. Do you know what? We're going to bring in Camavinga. I think I'm going to do this, you know. Let's offer you that, and I think you accept it. 50k a week. Camavinga in on deadline day with 10 hours to go. I'd be fairly happy with that, I think. Let's see if there's any other business that does happen. We've had a bid for Sam Hughes. Yes, you can have Sam Hughes. I think he was out on loan, actually, until now. Oh, there's actually some other news. Nicolas Sula has gone back from his loan. He got recalled by Bayern at the first opportunity possible. And also Mariba was recalled. Actually, I think we only ever loaned him until January, which I don't really know why, but I now can't loan him back. So Camavinga coming in would actually be his replacement. We are waiting, I think, on a work permit, it said there. It says we're just waiting on a work permit. We could be signing Camavinga on deadline day, as Hughes has now left. People don't seem to like the fact that I've sold Soyuncu, which they seem a bit upset with. There's 1 or 2 other players here that maybe we should be interested in. I don't think we're going to have the money now, so unless this one falls through, which is not going to, I think this is going to be our final bit of business. We're going to accept it. We're going to confirm it. And Eduard Camavinga, is it Edward or Eduardo? I think it's Edward. It's Eduardo, which I was completely wrong then. Eduardo Camavinga is a Leicester player. We have got a brilliant FM Wonderkid midfield. Szoboszlai, Camavinga, Tielemans. I reckon this could be a lot of fun. Gravenberch, I didn't even mention. I love that as a signing. A bit of future potential. I mean, he's not quite there yet, is he? If you have a look at his attributes. But we know what he can turn out like on FM. Hopefully, it's the same for FM22. I'm happy with that. Are you guys happy with that? Would you be happy with that bit of deadline day business? I'm going to get us up to the end of deadline day in case anything fun happens that I don't want to leave out of the video. But I think that'll probably be where we will end it for today's video. Let's just see if anything happens before the end. All right, so there it is at the end then. So deadline day has now finished and the deadline has passed. The only major signing that we did bring in then on deadline day was Eduardo Camavinga. You see the window overall. So Szoboszlai, Camavinga and Adeyemi brought in. Justin Soyuncu and Nampalys Mendy. I didn't mention that one. He went to Spurs on a free. He was so unhappy that I tried to sell him so many times in the summer. We've got rid of him on a free. So that is our business concluded. We're going to get back into the league season then in the next couple of episodes. We're 7th in the league now after a good bit of recent form. We play Chelsea next. That's where we'll end it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching once again. If you've not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel because we are still pushing towards that 10k mark. But I'll catch you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.